Hey, I have a story just to give you an idea of something that you should not do when you're in the process of buying a house. This comes from way back in the day when houses were 50 cent on the dollar. Back then when foreclosures were one on every corner. Back then. So, not now. This is not of anyone that I'm working with currently. This was back when we had a house, a house, a house, a house, a house. We don't have that now. So, anyway, this is a gentleman. His son was interested in, or actually, he was interested in having his son buy a house. So, he called me, random call, and interviewed me probably for about 3 months before he actually introduced me to his son to help him buy a house. So finally, I get to meet the son. We get the approval letter in place, and we go out and we start shopping. And we look at house after house after house after house after house. Because I think back in that day, some radio personality said that you need to look at least 100 houses before you make a decision. And anyway, so this guy, he's looking at house after house after house before he finally decides on one. And we make an offer on it, put the house under contract, go through the inspection, and dad gets the inspection report and says, nope, there's too many problems on this house. We can't get this. Again, now, this is back when houses were 50 cent on the dollar. So this house is probably nearly free. That says no from way in another state based on the inspection report. Now, he's not here. He's not seen the house. He doesn't know what the house can or cannot do. He's just looking at the inspection report. So we get out of that contract and we go and look at another house and another house and another house. Now, I'm going to remind you in this story, Dad has already interviewed me several times over the course of like 3 months. So he seems to be satisfied that I know a thing or two about how to choose a house. But he sends the son out, and again, the son finds a house. This is now house number two that he puts under contract, send out the inspector to look and see if the house is yay or nay for dad. And we're now probably at month number 6 or 7 on house number two. Yeah, it's a long time between dad and the son, and how many things the house has to do and how many things it should acquire. And yeah. Anyway, so we're on house number two. The inspection report comes back and dad says no. So we get out of contract on that one, and I'm starting at this point to let the son know this is just kind of, it's taking you too long. There's plenty of houses. All you need to do is choose one. So now we're on to the third house, and we picked the house. We've looked at, I'm sure, 100 houses over now 9 months. And we go under contract, get the inspection, send the inspection report to dad, and dad is good. That's good. We get the house, it's under contract, we're making progress, we get through the whole loan process with the appraisal, everything's great. We get to 3 days before closing and find out that the son has ordered furniture, had it sent to the house, because on the tear sheets back then, the tear sheets would have the lockbox code. So he had the lockbox code from the sheet where we go and it has how much the house is and what the address is. All that information is on this sheet, including the lockbox code. So the son has gone and ordered furniture, had it delivered to the house. It's now inside the house, and they do the final pull of his credit and find that he's ordered this furniture on his credit. And guess what? We're no longer eligible to buy this house because he has, one, purchased furniture on credit, two, put the furniture inside the house that he doesn't yet own, and yeah, you're not eligible for this house anymore. it's a wrap. So we're close to a full year of shopping for a house, and he went and purchased. Listen, guys, I'm telling you this story so that you don't do this stuff. There's a couple of things in this story that I've told you don't do this. One is don't have somebody in the background in your ear telling you what you should do and how it should look. And don't get on your realtor's nerves with somebody who already bought a house before and they know everything there is to know about how to buy a house. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you go out with your realtor, listen to your realtor. Don't have mom, dad, your cousin, them, all of them people, they don't know what's going on. I know they bought a house before, but they're not buying this house right now. Okay. The second thing is don't buy anything greater than a stick of gum until a whole month after you close on your house because you mess it up. Don't change jobs. Don't turn off your phone. Don't pay somebody else's uh, credit. Don't co-sign for anybody else's anything. Don't do that. Basically, live on ramen until you close. I'm Arvelyn Lewis, and I sell real estate.